Welcome to Book Break, Fulton County Library System's Adult Story Time. We're here each Thursday at 4 p.m. on the library Facebook page. My name is Andaiye Smith, and I am the branch manager at the Kirkwood Library. So if you've been here before, welcome back, and if this is your first time, welcome. Thank you for joining us. July happens to be National Minority Mental Awareness Month. And I'm going to share some readings with you, from the Little Book of Big Lies, A Journey into Inner Fitness by author Tina Lifford. And again, just be mindful you are watching Book Break, the Fulton County Library System's adult story time with adult themes. If you're interested in our other virtual programs, you can be sure to visit our library homepage with a list of all of those, and that is at www.fulcolibrary.org. But again, today, in honor of National Minority Mental Awareness Month, which is July, we're going to be reading again from the Little Book of Big Lies by author Tina Lifford. And just to give you some background on the author, playing more than 100 characters on the big and little screen over the past 25 years, Tina Lifford's multifaceted career has left an imprint on audiences. She currently plays Aunt Vi on Queen Sugar on the Oprah Winfrey Network, and she is a recognized playwright and CEO of the Inner Fitness Project, a personal development network that teaches individuals to focus more on thriving in life than on surviving. She desires to inspire people from all walks of life to invest in their emotional well-being and act on their dreams so that they can feel less stressed and respond to life with more personal power, insight, and wisdom. So the way this book is arranged, I don't know if you can take a little note here. It's arranged by questions. So there are 11 questions in this book. We're going to go over a few of these today. The second question in this book is, are you living life thinking something's wrong or against you? The truth is, there's nothing wrong with our lives. Life is showing up the way life shows up. Now, in this book, the author shares some personal experiences to discuss and answer some of these questions to give you an example of how you can respond yourself. Self-observing is a great skill to practice. I learned it at a weekend personal development course called Esalen, a retreat center along the California coast. The weekend experience was life-changing in so many wonderful ways that years later, I now conduct my own inner fitness retreats to share tools for navigating life. To self-observe, we must first climb into our observer's chair with the intention of catching sight of our surviving self in action. The goal is to become aware of our unconscious automatic behaviors, assumptions, and reactions. Here's how using an observer's chair works. In your imagination, envision a chair positioned just above your right shoulder. My chair is the kind of director's chair you see on a movie set. The director sits in it and calls out action or cut as he or she directs the movie scenes. Whatever chair you imagine, when you climb into your observer's chair, you can clearly and objectively see your life like watching a movie. Sometimes parts of my life are so fascinating, I even envision myself with popcorn in hand. The benefit of climbing into our observer's chair is that it builds objective awareness of ourselves. Again, awareness is key. It is the first component necessary for understanding or changing anything. Like watching a movie, awareness allows us to see more of the picture and understand the bigger drama. When we can see our life, circumstances, and behaviors and beliefs, we can choose to keep things as they are or to change them. Sitting in my observer's chair, I caught sight of a tendency I had to be defensive. It had been with me for years, but I assumed it was just how I was. But the more I watched this tendency, the more I saw how it manipulated me and how unnecessary it was. Seeing this so clearly allowed me to stop reacting in the same old ways or drawing the same old something's against me conclusions. Awareness allowed me to opt out of the habit. We can't change what we can't see. The observer's chair helps us become conscious of the unconscious things we believe, do, say, or think. Sitting in the observer's chair also provides the added benefit of experiencing upsets with a healthy distance between ourselves and the events. We can experience challenges without having those challenges define us. Again, it's like watching a movie. We feel a character's pain and cry at the sad parts of a movie, but then we get up, leave the theater, and go on with our lives. The first day I engaged in this exercise, I was shocked at the number of unconscious fights I found myself in. I was at war all the time, or I found myself sucking my teeth, rolling my eyes at this or that, and looking for someone to compare myself to or blame. And even if I'm exaggerating a bit, what is not an exaggeration was how often the stop sign exercise revealed my something's wrong or against me thinking. I have come to love stop signs because they give me the opportunity to stop, breathe, take stock of my thinking, and reset my attitude and beliefs. Stop signs have taught me to shift away from I feel something's wrong or against me thinking and embrace the truth that I get to choose how I respond to people and events in my life. When I shift away from ideas of war, victimhood, and blame, I can think about what's possible for my life. I can thrive. The truth is, there is nothing wrong with our lives. Life is showing up the way life shows up. Life never checks in with us to see whether there is a more convenient time for it to be life. The less I take life personally and the more I develop a strong inner self, the more I know that with a little guidance and support, I can stand up to life. We all can. This is why I am so passionate about the importance of developing our inner fitness. Plenty of hurt comes with life. With a stronger inner self, however, it doesn't matter if things don't go the way we want because we're good inside no matter what. This powerful truth makes something wrong or against me a big fat lie. After many years of practicing my stop sign exercise, I am happy to say that the more often than not, I catch myself envisioning wonderfully rewarding scenarios. And when I catch myself snagged by surviving self-thinking, I ask myself, what would be the better, healthier thought? What thought would my thriving self think? And then I think that thought. What does your mind dwell on when you don't pay attention? Stop sign therapy takes work, but your life is worth it. And so what's included in this book are some inner fitness practice exercises. So this particular inner fitness practice, the big lie is that I feel something's wrong or against me. The truth is, you get to choose what you dwell on. The tone and the quality of your thinking affect you physically and emotionally. Self-love requires that you be conscious of your thinking and choose responsible, loving thoughts that support self-care. The possibility is defaulting to thriving thoughts, thinking about what you want and what is possible in your life, allowing excitement to rise within you, being enthusiastic and curious, contemplating the truth that God don't make junk, and seeing problems as opportunities for you to grow and discover how capable and resilient you are. And here's an exercise to try. Climb into your observer's chair and take note of everything. That was question number 2. And that, just as a reminder, was, are you living life thinking something's wrong or against you? We're going to answer or read about one more question. What does your I can't really mean? When you say I can't, what do you really mean? So here's an excerpt from this chapter. When my client Jen was offered a promotion, her first response was, I can't. This promotion was an acknowledgement of her leadership and the faith her bosses had in her ability to perform. Jen had worked 50 and 60-hour weeks. She had been a listening ear and surprising leader when, during a low point in company morale, she maintained an optimistic, we can get through this attitude and delivered better than expected results. She deserved the promotion. But Jen explained she didn't do what she did because she was trying to get promoted. The idea of the promotion made Jen despondent to the point of mild depression. She told me, I can't accept the promotion. Thank God she said this to me and not her boss. Of course, I knew there was more to her I can't. So, just like I did in the back seat of Jackson's car, I walked with her through her I can't statements to help her see the truth, as I had learned to do years earlier. I started with a reality check. I asked whether she was physically or mentally impaired in a way that would make her unable to perform the tasks that went with the new job. She chuckled and said no, and then soberly, I just can't take the job. I explained to Jen that I can't would be accurate if we were talking about turning off a stove and she discovered that the knob was broken, or if she was in Hawaii and suddenly remembered that she had left the stove on in Los Angeles. Then I can't make sense. I reiterated that can't implies physical inability. I asked, what does I can't mean to you regarding this promotion? She just stared at me. I was sitting with Jen, but seeing myself in the car with Jackson. I pressed and asked whether I can't meant she didn't want to, like it had for me. She shook her head no. So you would like the promotion, I asked? Yes, she said, but I can't take it. I have to admit my next question was tinged with exasperation. What does that mean? Her answer had even more exasperation in it than my question. It means I'm afraid. I can't imagine that I can do a good job. Eureka. That was it. Her truth. Not the truth, but the truth of the limited way Jen saw herself. She saw herself as not capable. I knew that Jen had learned this from her mother, who had never applauded Jen's outstanding accomplishments or congratulated her. Instead, Jen's mother would say, if your teachers really knew you, they would see you as a fraud. So Jen came to see herself as a fraud and as unworthy. This was the distorted image Jen carried about herself. The truth we would discover, however, was much more exciting. But to get there, we first had to put her history and self-doubt on the table, uncovered and naked for us both to see. I was excited because I knew that Jen's limited view of herself was a habit handed to her by her mother, and it was fear, false evidence appearing real. I was confident that together we could navigate to the other side of her fear. I can't rarely means that we in fact are unable to do something. It is more often an emotional bypass, a way of getting around our feelings without actually having to feel them. I can't is an easy way to place distance between us and our more vulnerable feelings and difficult choices. It is easier and more comfortable to say I can't than I'm afraid, I don't want to do what's required, I don't want the responsibility of this choice, this crosses my boundary, I don't know how, or as in Jen's case, I'm afraid that I'm not capable. Whenever we are stuck, A deeper truth is underneath our stopping point that needs to get out. When we take a moment to listen to ourselves at a deeper level, we discover deeper truths. When we become aware of our deeper truths, we can consciously choose actions that either support them or override them. Conscious choices are better choices because we are aware we are choosing. Choice means we've opted to take one path over another. When we know we're choosing, we can always decide to choose again. We can make a change. We can rethink, redirect, and re-choose. The ability and right to choose again and again belong to all of us in every situation. Of course, making a new choice can be challenging, but we can do it. Jen took the promotion, and then she earned yet another. She left her vague and scary "I can't" in my office, much the way I had left mine in Jackson's car. You can leave the lie of "I can't" behind by getting clear about what your "I can't" really means. And then here's another inner fitness practice. The big lie. I can't. The truth. I can't is not a choice. It's a fussy avoidance of a deeper truth. The possibility, inviting clarity by acknowledging where you are and your right to consciously choose the direction that is best for you. Another exercise to try, make a pact with yourself to listen for your "I can't" statements. When you hear them, complete this sentence: if I tell myself the truth, this "I can't" really means, and fill in the blank. Unresolved lies come camouflaged in many tricky and sophisticated ways. So again, today we read from the Little Book of Big Lies, A Journey into Inner Fitness by Tina Lifford. We reviewed 2 questions. Are you living life thinking something's wrong or against you? And what does your "I can't" really mean? I want to thank you for joining us today for Book Break. And remember, you can log this book and more on your summer reading list in Beanstack on our website, www.fulcolibrary.org. Resolve to read and have a great day.